Many players are already abuzz with opinions on the upcoming concept fighter, the MISC Fury. PvP leaders such as Avenger 1 and commentators like Salty Mike have chimed in, but there's a message I haven't heard yet. So let's talk about the MISC Fury and where I think it fits into the tactical sphere of Star Citizen. My perspective is a little different. When I look at Star Citizen, I don't see missions, or my credit ledger, or my reputation, and I usually don't care if there's a wipe. Instead, I see a sandbox with an increasing level of depth in one crucial area that most games lack: logistics. If we look at Wikipedia, they define logistics as this: military logistics is the discipline of planning and carrying out the movement, supply, and maintenance of military forces. Do you see where I'm going here? Duels can be won alone. Skirmishes can be won alone if you're really good or have a team. Battles can be won by orgs, but logistics are how wars are won and how battle spaces are dominated and held for extended periods of time while their resources are exploited and extracted. We aren't studying military theory here, or are we? See, the MISC Fury, I think, fits in a crucial spot, not for a certain type of player, but instead for a certain type of org. An org that mirrors the Empire from Star Wars. The Empire and Rebellion chose their fighters for very specific reasons. So let's talk about the Empire. The Empire achieved dominance through sedition and treachery. It was a quick and brutal takeover, but relatively lacking violence if you don't count the Clone Wars as a part of the overthrow. This placed the Empire in control of the largest military-industrial complex in the galaxy, with most of the infrastructure left intact. They also had a massive pool of potential recruits to pull from the existing clone army to citizens responsive to propaganda. With a high-quality academy, numbers were going to be no issue. They also fielded an expeditionary military force, required to police a massive territory in a defensive manner. So the Empire chose their fighter, not because their military doctrine revolved around fighters, but instead because it revolved around carriers, the Imperial Star Destroyer. An Imperial Star Destroyer typically held an entire attack wing of 48 fighters, 12 bombers, and 12 boarding craft. TIE fighters were designed and employed primarily to cover the tactical gaps of their larger, deadlier Star Destroyers. They were used as fighter defense, interception, and in confined or remote locations, such as asteroid fields and atmospheres. When paired with the Imperial Star Destroyer, they essentially became mobile point defense turrets. And look at the MISC Fury. Even Avenger 1 said it looks like a hammerhead turret with thrusters. So how does this apply to Star Citizen? Orgs that can mirror the Empire's model would do very well with tiny TIE-like fighters such as the Fury. These orgs will have established resource pipelines, large pool of pilots to recruit from, and a high-quality academy. They'll be expeditionary, carrier-based forces and defensive in nature, and they'll use their fighters to complement their carriers or as pack hunters. If this video can get 50 likes, I'll do my next analysis on the Rebellion's doctrine and how it might apply to your smaller, growing, or more aggressive orgs. Anyway, that's my thoughts. Leave yours in the comments. Arius out.